grab the code for everything else. I don't know. Who's messaging me? Who it is? Who this be? Let's see. Let's add the Starings. Take a deep breath, Ryan. Take a deep breath. Alright, boom. There's that. There's Jack's Creators. Save that. Yeah, I got that. I think I'm good. I think that's it. Uh, yeah, that's good. I think that's good. I hope that's good. Oh, just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Oh, I need some water. Let's see here. I need to start working. Okay, now I got. What's up, Lady Blurred 29? How you doing? Anime Junkie Illustrations. How are? What's up, Printomancy? Or Printomancy? How do I say that? I'm not sure. Oh, I just gotta breathe. What's up, Lark Strong? How you doing, Mr. Kata? Sammy, how are you? Bombammy? Me, my Mo Manny? Sammy? Chuck, Bob. Wait, no, I'm not supposed to do that one. That's right. Never ends well. How are y'all doing tonight? I know some people are happy with me, some people are mad at me, some people are sad. Can you make everybody happy? Absolutely not. But I tried. I tried. Printomancy. Let's see. There we go. Why am I so weird? Printomancy. What's the stream for? Well, now I gotta get on the next part. So we just sent out confirmations. I think. Yeah, this morning. Um, I think I stopped around 2 or 3 a.m. Oh, whoops. This is gonna be a quick stream because Sasha's calling. Hold on. Let me know when to be there. But yeah, there, Carter's saying it exactly right. So Carter's in the GAM stream saying there's always next year for those who couldn't make it. And this event is supposed to be about the community. So even if you don't make it, I do hope you support your friends and your other community members, the other people who are part of the village, your nerd village, to make this as successful as possible so we can keep doing this. Also, I'm staying committed. I will be featuring nearly everybody who submitted an application. I'll be submitting them throughout the stream. Even if it goes into after holiday nerd market, that's my promise to you. Also, I'm finalizing the details right now. There will be a second opportunity. Well, one, depending on, not everybody's going to say yes to their confirmation. Some people will say, hey, I really want to do this, but something's come up, so I can't make it anymore. Once that happens, over the course of the next week, we'll be going through everybody who got sent their approval. If anybody comes back and says, hey, I can't make it, then I look back and see who else is submitted. Also, so there's chance number 2 that's coming. Chance number 3, we're finalizing the details now with Miss Thrifty right now. Talked to her earlier today. We will be doing Holiday Nerd Thriftnik with Thriftnik on Art Walk at the beginning of November. So a form will probably go out for that later this week. I'll have more details on that soon. She would like to do a cosplay closet swap there. We're hoping to have a cosplay contest and have a portion of the nerd market extend. We know We know you need more than one opportunity to sell stuff, and we know we can't accommodate everybody. So we're trying to create as many opportunities as we can for our community because we know economically things are even tougher this year than last. And many of you need these opportunities to make sales. And many of you need these opportunities just to have your mental health upgraded. Like these are the moments where you get to connect from other people in your community, people that won't judge you, people that accept you for who you are, that love the same things you love. So Holiday Nerd Thriftnik will be coming up soon, hosted by Miss Thrifty, uh, as part of Art Walk at Ruby Beach. So be on the lookout for that. Second chance at getting into Holiday Nerd Market, depending on who accepts and doesn't accept. And we're just going to keep looking into opportunities to create more moments with all of you. Carter, thank you. Hey, what's up, Coy? Thank you for real. Volunteering and vendoring. I really, really appreciate that. Truly. I was actually thinking about you today, going, I could really use you as a volunteer this year. I'll be real with you. Some of our vendor managers, they've gone through economic hardship as well. So some of the people, the team that I lean on, I'm not gonna put that extra weight on them. Like, no, man, Ryan, I'll be there, I'll do it. I'm like, bro, just focus on getting this job. Focus on your family right now. We'll be here another time. We're not shutting the door on you. The door stays open, but we want you to be all right. So the more volunteers that we can have, the better. PTV Alex, you want me to jump scare you? Ah! Jump scare. Did that work? Did that work? I don't know. Ah! Jump scare again. Was that one better? I hope so. Piggy! That one work? I don't know. Anime Junkies illustration. If you got in, there's an email. Look for Holiday Nerd Market in your email. We don't have the capacity to send something to everybody who didn't get in. I would be managing email lists all day for that, and I have a day job. I just can't do. What's up, Ghostly Rolls? Hold on. Black and Jack's anime. Black and Jack's anime. Why are you messaging me in the middle of this stream? What do you got? Hold on. Alex Lone Star says, help. Let's see. All right. Let me tell him right now. Hold on, bitch. I'm streaming right now, but let me share this. I got you. I really did message them that right now, by the way. So let me bring this up. Hold on. How can I bring this on? Is this gonna work? I hope it brings up the right Chrome window and not something embarrassing. Well, that didn't work at all. Why am I down here now? Chrome and hold on. Are we going to my chats? I guess we're showing off my chats. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Carter. I really appreciate it. Sammy, thank you for your enthusiasm. Sammy over in the GAM live stream says it's going to be a great event. Buck That Forever says, wait, should I send in an app now or hold for another wave? I would send in your app now because I'm just going to go through the submissions. I'm going to go through people who've already submitted. Um, God help me if I have to put out like another wave of promotions. Plus, there's enough people that were already waiting in line. Like there were tons of people who filled out the application that weren't able to get a spot. So I need to do right by them and give them first look. Uh, back to now. What's up, Katza? How are you doing? I was just talking about you with Sammy just today. Good things, good things. Printomancy says we may not have gotten then no email. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you didn't get an email, then you didn't get in. I'm sorry. But I still hope that you support your fellow nerds and your community and that you'll be a part of it, whether as a someone that's shopping there or just an attendee to have a good time. Like the tickets are going to be free. that's my next project now is getting the tickets available. For those of you that don't know, the Holiday Nerd Market works on a time slot system. So it's roughly every hour we let in another block or bucket of people, and you have about an hour in the actual market itself. And then if you want to, you leave the market and you can then do a few other things like play some games or get some food. But we try to make you cycle through. It's like, all right, you're here, you shop, you have a little bit of fun, and then you kind of go on with the rest of your weekend because there's usually a ton of um, small business activities going on that weekend. Some of it, but with our partners. Like when you leave here, you can still go to Darby's Dungeon or Video Game Rescue or Gotham City Limits, Tiki Java, Daily Dose might be closed. I'm not sure because I think all their staff might be working at the All Day Nerd Market, staying with Tiki Java. But please go to those other places, and then we're trying to work on having a nerd mixer later on that night, so you could potentially come back then. Uh, Back to nature trading. Wait, I thought didn't I tell you you made it on the stream? I thought I did. Your cat's right? And your dog? Confirm with me. Like I'm pretty sure. Samantha Deer. It will still be a fun event. I hope so. I really do. See, this is why it's good that we talk. By the way, Black and Jack's Anime is holding a Wizard World at a Harry Potter party Saturday, October 18th. $20 entry fee. They just messaged me, so I'm sharing it with you. Larpstrong says I did say last stream they were in. Yeah, let me check. Maybe I'm glad we talked. Hold on, let me look. Do 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 do. Let me look at my email CRM. Let me go back to full view. Let me go back to chatting. Okay, let me see here. Sam says, "Oh yeah, Sam, I haven't got an email. I've been eyeing it all day. Please check your spam. Check your spam filters too. That's another thing. I'm looking right now. Campaigns, view all. Derek Carter saying the same thing. Check your spam. Sammy says maybe I will have some luck if someone can't make it. Yes, please. Like don't give up hope. And again, there will be an additional opportunity. Your video cut out after a set. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking. Let's see here. Ba, ba, ba. Reports. I do see that a bunch of people haven't opened their email yet, so there's a good chance. I'm almost positive you're in because I remember putting you on the map, like literally. I remember doing an L thing with Sammy and then you, and I tried to make it as accessible as possible because there's an exit nearby and then the bathrooms are near. Let me check. Ba, ba, ba. Let's look at delivered. Sammy and Katsa, what are your email addresses? Sammy, yeah, yours went out. Sammy sa5mmie.artist@gmail.com. Can I add another column to see business names? It doesn't give me that. I gotta check this fast because my fiance is like, hey, we're ready to go eat dinner. Back to nature. Okay, thank you. Let me look for that. Yeah, yours went out too. Yours got delivered at 8:01 a.m. Everybody, please check your spam filters. Please check your spam filters. Yours went to Back to Nature Trading Co. Let me look. I'll even see you. Let me look at not opened so I can call people out. Yep, Sammy hasn't opened theirs. Katsa, you haven't opened yours. Kate Barbecue, I think you were in the chat. Are you still in the chat, Kate? I even have personal friends in here who haven't opened it yet. Y'all, I stayed up till like 2 in the morning. I didn't get to spend time with my future stepson, and y'all didn't even open the email. What is this life? Why does no one love me? It's because I don't love me. That's why. I'm just messing with y'all. Carter says, yeah, oh, I'm in IT too. I do UI UX, accessibility, and a lot of product management. I'm a multi-hat person. It's because I don't have any hair. I wear a lot of hats. Sammy says, open now. Samantha Deer says, maybe I will have some luck if someone can't make it. You found it in your spam? Good. Yeah, I know, Samantha, like this is part of the pain. Because like I specifically remember working with you, and I love working with you. You were so cheerful and happy and great to work with. But it's like, oh, there's just so many people, and the space is so limited. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest limiting factors we had this year was like even with expanding. So I just spent probably close to a grand just to get a little bit more space for everybody this year, and I can still only open so many. Like we talked about adding additional tables and everything, but then I was like, and I haven't got the tables yet. I'm going to do something with the community asking for additional tables. But we weren't able to open up 16 more spots because I was like, shit, if I have this many more spots, if it rains, the people that are outside are not going to have a place to go. And the Nerd Village won't have a place to go. So it's like I can only expand so much. But I'm still hopeful. It got a little bit more, and if the weather's great, we'll do tons more this year. If the weather's not great, it'll be like incrementally more than last year. Sammy says it opened the moment, it appeared the moment I refreshed. I'm glad, I'm glad. But please, everybody, if you can, whether you made it or not, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody to take part in this event, to attend. If they could share the post about it, there's like a Facebook event for it. We're going to have the Eventbrite ticket capability soon. Um, this works because it's community, because it's us, and we have to support one another. We've pushed hard to make it more and more about the people here, and not everybody liked that. There were people that were like, well, no, like well, I'm coming in from out of town, and I'm like, you probably shouldn't. Like this isn't made. This is structured uniquely for Jacksonville, where it's like, yeah, if you're coming in from out of town, you're already looking at your costs, let's say 2 days, and even with a loft cutting us a deal and making like the room stays 110, that's 220 plus tax. Then you got to eat. How many times? You're going to eat at least 6 times over the course of that, probably more. So now you're looking at close to like 400 or 500 bucks. That's not including your gas, depending on where you're coming from, and then the actual overhead of your items, because technically you shouldn't be counting your profit of every item sold. It's like literally, well, what is the profit of every item sold? Like technically an investment. So you're looking at least 800 plus out of your pocket just to come do it if you're out of town. And it's not that big of an event. Per person the spending is pretty good. But it's like I can't guarantee you that you're going to make 6 or 7 thousand during this event. We have a few people that make like around 2 or 3 grand, like depending on what you sell. But it's like, yo, if you can have an event where you can just pack up on a Friday night or Saturday morning, drive 20 minutes, set up, and make 600 to 1,500 bucks, and not really have any additional costs, and hang out with the people and go back home that night, come like that. That's a win to me. That's all this is trying to be. This is not trying to be anything more different than that. This is trying to be full-blooded Jacksonville Duval till we die. All about us, the Nerd Village. See, Sammy says, "Oh, but it does say $50 I owe. Would it be 50, 100 for both days?" Nah, just do the 50. And again, you get that deposit back. And I'll be real with you. The only reason why Cat says that y'all have friends. The only reason we even have that deposit is because we ran into a problem. What's up, Meows Get Tattoos? We ran into a problem in the past where if we don't ask for any money, quite a few of the vendors and artists involved don't feel like they have enough skin in the game and they don't make themselves aware of what's going on. So we literally had people last year when we tried no deposit where like the day of and the day before, they're like, "Where's this thing at? How many tables do I have?" And we're like, "Bro, don't you, where have you been for the past month?" We've had a Discord, we've had like an Instagram group, we've had vendor managers contacting you, emailing you. We had one person that didn't show up till Sunday that was booked for both days. So like, okay, if at least we asked for the deposit, you have a little bit more skin in the game, and then again, we give you that option: do you want a full refund or not? And that's why I didn't make it like per table, because really, I don't care. I'm not trying to keep that money anyways. I just want to make sure that you're invested. Sammy says, "Yeah, I love this event. It's local to me and super about giving back to the community, so I wasn't gonna miss it this year." Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for being a part, because you've been a part of this for a few years now. We enjoy seeing you there. But yeah, that's all this is. That's all this is. And I really love how we've been working closer and closer with some of the other fellow nonprofits. Like Mami Azules got involved very early on this year and was trying to work on things together. This has really strengthened our relationship with Jacksonville Spanish English. You'll notice like I try really hard to be multilingual in a lot of the content that we put out. I want to make sure that people feel welcome regardless of their language, their culture, their race, their sex, their gender. I want everyone to feel welcome. And one of the little things I could do is try to embrace and speak Spanish, even though my Spanish is horrible. It's muy horrible. But Jacksonville Spanish English has been great, and it's created other opportunities for a lot of the Spanish speakers on our team because now like, oh, I feel like this is embracing my culture even more. It's like, okay, now we have people on the team who can speak Spanish, so when other Spanish speakers show up, I would love to do the same, like next year, or I should just say in the future. I would love to incorporate Tagalog, Japanese into this, but it's baby steps. We finally have a few people that do ASL, so that's been great. Sammy says, "Yeah, I was there the first year from Namochi telling me about the event. We are both local and we love it." Oh, Namochi's great. I love them. What's up, Captain Bravo? Craftsy by Cat. How will we know if we got accepted for what we applied or if you changed it? Whatever, unless I've stated otherwise to you, you got what you asked for. If there's anything that's different, if I haven't reached out to you already, I will be soon. I try to keep things pretty simple. Actually, now that I think about it, Sammy, I think the only time that we charge now per table per day is if you're an asshole and just like don't show up. If you don't tell us that you can't make it and you wait like until like the day of or the night before, but yeah, I'm not gonna make it, then we're gonna charge you and be like, hey, this is the asshole fee. Of course, if there's extenuating circumstances, like if something has happened in your family, if you're in an accident, we're, I think I even have that in the copy. We're not complete jerks. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be understanding for that. But if you give me one of those things like, oh, bro, like I woke up so late today, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm like, that's cool. I'm charging you for that because you just wasted everybody's time. You took somebody else's spot. Somebody else could have been lifted up through this, and because you're a dumbass, all that isn't happening. So that's the asshole fee. I probably can't. The sponsors aren't gonna like that part. Let me. Charge $75 no-show fee on top of the. Damn, Sammy really wants to go hard on this. My God, Sammy, I'm putting you in charge of some vendor management next year. Shit. Let's see. Hold on, Sasha. Do you want me to meet there? Want me to go to your place? Hold on. I don't ever ignore Sasha. That's important. Whatever you want to do. I can drive everybody or leave right now and meet y'all at the buffet. But again, I wish we could have space for everybody. I really do. It's just beyond my capabilities right now. And let's be real, like in the past, people. I remember when we used to do Gam Show. People want Gam Show to be this humongous thing, and I was kind of like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. Don't get me wrong. I had certain life circumstances. Losing my mom definitely put me in a different place where I didn't feel like doing that thing at the time. But I never wanted to make this. I just don't have that drive to make it like, oh, I need to make this 10,000 person thing. Like, nah, I don't want all that. I don't need that. For the people that do it, great. That's why I enjoy working with Collective Con or Bold Missouri. And, they do these like humongous scale events, and I love being able to be a part of what they do and be able to still have like my identity and soul have a little bit of a thumbprint like on things with them, especially more so in terms of the benefit after party. But yeah, that's all I want. I'm a simple person. Oh crap, am I streaming on Jack's Creators too? And I'm not even looking at the stream. Where is that? Oh no, I'm not. Ooh, that was close. Look at that Black and Jack's anime showing up now. God, making demands in the middle of my live stream. Who you think you are? Just because you're darker than me, you think you got priority over what I got to say? No. Sammy, I love working with Collective and Bold. And I'm gonna give you all a really quick story. Um, hold on, Katza says I'm a pushover. Glad I have Sammy. Sammy, help Katza be tough when people want to take advantage of them during the holiday nerd market. If somebody comes in trying to negotiate you down, like, yo, I'm selling this thing for 20, and they're like, yo, I have 5, you're like, get to stepping. I want to give y'all a quick little story, and please feel free to retell this story. I'm not gonna mind, and they won't mind either. Hold on, I'm gonna share this again just so Black and Jacks can see that I did indeed. Look at that! Look at that, man! I had this up here just for y'all. Just for y'all, I had this up here. You could clip this and use it later. Aventiarmus or some kind of magical word. Like Black and Jack's anime is doing some magical wizard world, Harry Potter thing. Mill Creek Road, Arlington. I throw up the A for that. Saturday, October 18th, 8 to midnight. People only younger than me are allowed to go. My age and up, not going to be there. We're old. We make things not cool. I think I'm supposed to do like 6'7" or say 41 or something like that. I don't know anything. But Black and Jack's anime. Hey, Butterbeer. Yo, I appreciate that. Therapy does help. Katsa says, "What's that? Is it a vendor thing too?" Hey, Black and Jacks, is that a vendor thing, Wizard World, or is it a party only? It says $20 entry fee. I would assume it's more so a party experience. Am I right? Am I wrong? In general, for like kind of like local party type things, I would just go to have fun. Don't worry about trying to like sell stuff there, because then you're gonna have drunk people like throwing drinks and vomit all over your stuff. And I like those events because it's great to get into bar fights with. Like I haven't been in a good bar fight in at least like I don't know 2 3 hours, so I could use another one right now. But but no, quick story. Collective Con of Bold, Missouri, Collective Con in particular. Like in the early days of GAM Show, for some reason there was like a friction between us, and neither one of us really knew why. A lot of it was at the time the community, the attendees, and other people creating friction because they felt like you had to choose, even though we were like worlds apart and so different. And I never met the guys. And then it was eventually one day, you know, just send them a message. I was like, yo, you know what? I see you around all the time, and I don't think we've ever actually met. You want to get some chicken wings? And they were like, dope, let's get some chicken wings. We met up, we had some drinks, we ate some chicken wings, and we were like, and we were talking about things like, remember when this thing happened? And then we were all like, I remember that too. It was like, oh, I'm not the person who said that or did that. It was this other guy. They're like, oh, I remember this other guy did this. And it was so, like, it was funny because you realize that more often than not, you have things in common with people. And look at us now. We work together all the time. Like, I love working with them, they're great. Um, and it's funny, like, it's always people on the outside typically tend to have different perceptions from what's actually going on the inside. And I think that's with all of us in life. Like, what's actually going on in your day to day life? Like, people don't know what you're going through. Maybe you were a jerk today, but you just lost a family member or something with your dog, or you got fired from your job, or somebody cut you off in the middle of the road. Like, you don't know. But if you just ask questions when you have the opportunity to do so, you kind of get some insight and then you get an understanding of one another. And then you realize that, oh man, I've felt like that before too. I've been there too. So I hope you take that away with you. And if you have anybody in your life that you have conflicts with or drama, especially things that are kind of unfounded or you don't have much info on, take a second to talk to them. See if there's something more to it. See if there's a chance to become friends instead of enemies. And thank you to Collective Con, Bulbit Story. If you guys can, please tag them in the chat or say something in the story and say like, "Thank you, Bulbit Story. Thank you, Collective Con, for sponsoring Holiday Nerd Market." Because truly, they don't have to be a part of this event at all. It doesn't service them. They do it to help the community, to help us, to help all of you. Like they'll be just as successful next year, regardless of whether or not they support this. But they do it anyways. Sammy says Bonnie through chicken wings. Yo, I remember we got chicken wings. It was at oh my God, San Marco. We went to V's Pizza and Sidecar. We had chicken wings and drinks. It was delicious. Jacob says W knowledge drop. I'm ancient. This is all I have to offer y'all. My back. I gave y'all my back last year. Actually, you know what? I'll probably share that video soon too. There's a video of me moving that big ass fucking book, and I'm pretty sure that's what ended my back hurt. What's up, Miki? How you doing? Back to Nature Trading Co. says I typically avoid bars. I'm a creep magnet. This place is actually pretty nice. Like Black and Jack's anime really tries to make it as welcoming as possible, and I think like they have their own clubhouse. So I don't mean to frame it as a typical bar. Like this is something that's geared strictly for the nerd community. Katza says, "Yeah, I always do my best not to assume malice." But says, "Yeah, like assume the best out of people, because usually it's most of it's in your head. When you know somebody, fine, but when you don't know somebody and you're getting all these thoughts, like assume the best. It's like when you get a text message or a message at work, assume that it's with the best of intentions." What's up, Naraya? Miki says, Ryan, I missed this, but hope I can join next time. Yeah, no, please do. You can make it up to me by volunteering. I would love to have you volunteer. Maybe, maybe, huh. Miki, are you gonna make it out to Creators Night? Should be pretty chill leaderboard. Okay, what's Sasha saying? I'm stopping home anyways. Okay. Uh, Meet me at my place and we'll vamos. Yep, it's this Wednesday night. Miki, you can volunteer for real, because that, in all seriousness, that would help me a lot. We lost a few of our volunteers this year just because of like tough economic situations, so I really do need the help. Miki says I won't be. I'll be in Tampa, but I'll volunteer on the 29th. No, please, please. And actually, you know what? We're actually trying something this year. I'm hoping to have a vendor, like a volunteer station, because so many of the Volun stars also want to have products that they would like to sell, but they're kind of sacrificing their time for the community. So I'm trying to think of a way. We're gonna try this, hopefully, of having like a station of just Volun star stuff. And if you have like a QR code, then you can sell it. Different people can then work the booth, but your stuff would still be for sale. Really, they're there to help just kind of make sure nobody steals it. That way you can trade shifts and actually be there for all. It's like, oh yeah, here's this thing that I make if you're interested. So I mean, give it some thought. If you get your, I know you're working on that coffee thing. If you get it far enough along, that might be an opportunity if you kind of like sneak in the door. Same goes for you, Carter. Like I know you have a lot of product, but if you have like just a few things you want to try selling, um, this isn't 100% yet. I'm trying to work out the logistics of it, but that might be a chance just to get a little bit of sales and connection with the community while you're helping out. Mariah says, I may have something for the volunteer station. Hell yeah. Katza, can I DM a question or two? Yeah, DM me a question or two. I may not be able to answer it tonight, but I'll definitely answer it in like the next 24 hours. And just so you know, all vendors, you will get an invite within the next few days to a Discord and a Instagram chat. So you will have access to other vendor managers and the GAM team. So as you have questions along the way, you have someone to talk to. GAM Secret Holiday Shop. Ooh, I kind of like that, Jacoby. Oh man, the future always coming up with these great ideas. Where are you getting them from? Hmm. Back to Nature says, no worries, I have a TBI, so I probably won't even remember to ask. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something medical. What's up, Jack's Rental Homes 904? That's a user I did not expect to see pop up in the chat, but hello. Do you have any holiday rental homes for us? Jacob says, also, I should have my art pieces for the Pokemon anime. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Actually, Jacob, I'm now realizing you should be one of the official artists this year as well. Because you and Sinclair are both working on secret project stuff. So I think we should mention that you're one of the featured artists for the event. Oh, traumatic brain injury. Damn. That's serious. I hope you get through that. Damn. I'm actually working on some stuff for Holiday Nerd Market right now, too. I don't want to spoil any surprises yet. But the Nerd Village this year is going to be just amazing. Not to overhype it, but from what the artists are doing and like some of the ideas that we have, I'm really excited about that portion. I think, I hope, I really want people to go through that and see how, wow, we really are a village. Like, this is community. Like, people came together to make this thing that represents who we are. Like, imagine all the things, the great things we could accomplish if we worked together even more. What's up, Perlita? How are you doing? Sammy says top tier. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for all that you've done this year. And thank you for bringing on Donnie, too. I'm looking forward to speaking with him. Yo soy Charlene, ¿cómo estás? See, I'm working on the Espanol. Art by Norris. Speaking of, I need to look at the doc because I am lacking. Damn. Which the Nerd Village house doc? Actually, for those who want to help out, um, there should be a crafting session, hopefully on October 26th. I'll have information on that soon. If you would just come help the team, you're welcome to join. Naraya, how do you feel about people doing Nerd Village stuff or Holiday Nerd Market stuff for the next draw together? Give that some thought. I don't know if there's stuff you want to lead them through that would help with that. Actually, we usually have tons of cutouts and little 3D models to make. Maybe that's something that could be something for the draw together. Naraya says yes. Naraya and Jacob, y'all give me so much hope for the future. Let me tell you. Or by Naraya, where the heck are we going to put all that? Yo, don't worry about that. Don't worry. We really did change the vendor map this year. So I'm hoping it'll work out. I have one scenario in the event of rain and one for just normal, like hey, if weather is good. But I need to have like a tertiary plan for like weather is good because I don't want to overbook and have too many. Right now we have empty spots because of the contingency plan for rain. So I need to have some additional activation spots. I'm hoping to use art and things to do in those areas. Because I want to make sure there's a lot for the attendees to do and experience and that it's still helpful to the vendors. But I don't want to also you feel like, well, why is there an empty spot here? It's like, well, in case it rains. If it rains, those other people from the outside got to come in. And also we got to make sure there's space for if it rains that the Nerd Village can come in. So I'll share it with y'all this week. Jacob, if only we could put aside our differences. Anime rival section. The rise is fighting words. But I'm excited. Oh wait, hold on. I'm hearing from Miss Thrifty. This could be about the Holiday Nerd Thriftnik. Let me check. Let me check. Oh wait, I didn't save this earlier. Whoops. Let's see what she's got to say. Let's see. Hold on. I'm talking about you right now on stream. Maybe I should make a Holiday Nerd Market coloring book as a backup plan. We all just crisscross applesauce on the floor. I'm not really opposed to that idea. I need to absorb that more. 'Cause that's technically what the giant book tends to work as, but I like your idea better because it won't break my back. Let's see, Thriftnik. Da, 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 da. Let's see, Ultimate Thrift Picnic Experience. Let's see. We can make this for you. Don't sweat it. Can I? Okay. So Miss Thrifty does not charge a vendor fee either. So that's good. Yo, what's up, Rye? How you doing? Hey, there's Miss Thrifty right there. You're in the Holiday Nerd Market stream. I'm talking to a bunch of people in the GAM stream. So just so you know, we're finalizing Thriftnik with. So you want to make this? Do we need to have like two graphics then? Because I want to be able to make sure that people realize the association. So maybe do the one that you have, and then we give you a secondary one. So at least so the nerd, so you don't lose your community, and then you can also embrace the nerd community at the same time. Would something like that work? You can put like in a carousel. Norai says you've been finding ways to avoid that giant book. I'm trying. Again, it's not just my back. Again, a big part of it is I don't want it to be invasive to my dad. You know, it's one thing if I'm going in to get it, but if somebody else is, then it's almost like intruding on his feelings and memories for mom. Like that's almost like a sacred space for him where I'm keeping that stuff. So I don't know. All right, I gotta go, y'all. Miss Swifty says I'm open either way. Sasha's here. I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll stream again tomorrow. Please share the event, share all the stuff. Go check out Miss Thrifty Rose. Check out Thriftnik Jacks. Follow it. More information soon. Bye. Gotta go.